So let's go ahead and start out in that child's pose position. So you're gonna bring your knees out wide, probably about the width of your yoga mat or towel there. And then bring your big toes to touch behind you, and then sit back on your heels there a little bit. So that might already be a quad stretch. If that hurts your hips, bring your knees in a little bit closer, and then walk your hands out in front of you. Set your forehead down on the ground. And just try to take some deep breaths. Think about this next hour being your opportunity to move, to stretch, to hopefully shut your mind off and not think about anything else. So roll your forehead back and forth, relax your shoulders. And then from here, come up on your fingertips. Walk your fingertips just a little bit further forward, but also still trying to sit your hips back towards your heels, stretching down that back line of the body. And then from here, walk your hands out towards the right side of the mat. Push your hips out towards the left, really looking to stretch all the way down that left side. You can adjust your hands, right, where you can feel that stretch. And then walk back to center. Let's go the other side, out towards the left. Push your hips off towards the right. Looking to create a little bit of space in between each rib there. All right, bring your hands back to center. And from here, bring your palms to touch and bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. And then walk your elbows forward and then sit your hips back towards your heels a little bit more. You should feel this in the back of your shoulders, maybe in your triceps area, the back of your upper arms. All right, come back forward to a tabletop position. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And from here, let's do some cats and cows. So drop your belly, looking up, trying to pull your chest through your arms, and then round it out into a cat. So tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, look back towards your legs, and then we're back to that cow position. So do a few reps there. You might push your hips off to the left and right if that feels good. Or if you just had a 75-minute class where you had to sit, your low back probably wants to move a little bit there. All right, go ahead and bring it back to stillness. Let's do some thread the needle. So take your right hand, put it on the back of your head so your whole palm is on your head, and then open up your chest. Look up towards that right elbow. You're not looking to overstretch, just open it up. And then you're gonna crunch it down, right elbow to that left wrist, and then open it back up. So go ahead and do 4 of these at your own pace. You might get a little bit further each rep. And then hold it at the top once you're done with that 4th rep. Reach that right arm up long, look up towards that right hand. And then you're gonna thread it underneath your body, palm facing up. Drop your right shoulder. Reach your left arm out long. Bump your hips off to the right. Look up towards your left armpit, pulling your left shoulder back. And then bring that left hand back underneath your left shoulder. Right arm reaches. And then we're back to our tabletop position. Let's go the other way. So left hand on the back of your head there. Whole palm. Open it up. Look up towards your left elbow. And then crunch it down towards that right wrist. Go ahead and move at your own pace for 4. Same thing here, a little bit more opening each rep. Once you're done with that 4th rep, hold it at the top, reach your left arm up, look up towards your left hand, and then thread it underneath the body. Left shoulder comes down, reach your right arm out long. Push those hips off to the left a little bit and then look up towards that right armpit. Couple breaths here. And then bring your right hand back underneath your right shoulder. Left arm reaches high. We're back to our tabletop position. From here, tuck your toes under. We're just going to go to a hovering tabletop here. So take your knees off the ground. It's kind of like a modified plank, right? So instead of my legs being straight, they're bent. So keeping your knees bent, push through your heels to get those legs active, and then push through that space in between your shoulder blades to get your shoulders and your upper back active. Let's hold here for just 10 more seconds, and then we'll go to a down dog. 8, 5 more. Gonna lift those hips up in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come up to that down dog. Nice big bend in the knee. Think about sinking your chest a little bit closer towards your quads. And then you might pedal out your feet left and right. Nice calf stretch. All right, from here, roll it forward back to a high plank position, right? Adjust as you need to, get your hands underneath your shoulders, lift that right foot up off the ground and bring it forward, set it outside your right hand. Go ahead and drop that back knee and then pull your shoulders back. So from here, adjust, get your ankle underneath your knee there, right? So move it forward and back as you need to. Put your hands on your hips. Pull that right hip back, left hip is gonna come forward, and then reach your arms up overhead, biceps by your ears, and keep pushing that left hip forward, right? We're really looking to get in that hip flexor. And then once you're there, take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and then push your hips off to the left a little bit more. Think about keeping those shoulders in the same plane. So you might have to move your left shoulder forward or back. And then both arms reach up overhead again. We're gonna come back to that half split. Shift your hips back, flex that right front toe, lean over that front leg. Right, another thing that gets real tight from sitting, hamstrings. Also, we got a lot of soccer players in here, basketball player, athletes playing sports right now. Those hamstrings get tight. All right, come back forward. Go ahead and take that left knee off the ground. Keep your left hand planted and then reach your right arm up long. So from here, try to push your right knee out a little bit more, right? Your right foot's still flat on the ground. Pull that right shoulder back, look up towards your right hand, and then get that left leg nice and strong. And then go ahead and set that right hand back down. Bring your right foot back and let's go the other side. Left foot lifts. Bring it forward, set it outside that left hand. Back knee comes down. Go ahead and lift it up into that kneeling position. Make those adjustments. Ankle under knee, hands on your hips. So actively push that right hip forward, pull that left hip back, arms up overhead again. Go from this angle, arms up overhead, and take that left hand and grab that right wrist. Then you're gonna push your hips off towards the right side. You might need to pull your right shoulder back to get them in that same plane. All right, come back to center again, and then back to that half split. Shift those hips back, lean over that front leg. Keep flexing that front toe. You can keep a bend in that front leg. All right, crawl back forward. Set those hands inside your left foot. Right knee comes off the ground. Keep pushing that left knee out. Right hand stays planted. Left arm reaches. From here, pull that left shoulder back a little bit more. Try to get that right leg a little stronger and straighter. And then look up towards that left hand. All right, from here, put your left hand down. It's going to do a little bit different. You're going to walk your hands out towards the center. So you're kind of in a wide forward fold here. So from here, try to get both of your feet pointed straight forward. Weight's going to come more towards your pinky side edge of your toes. It's almost like you're cupping the ground, right? So you actively push those knees out. Go ahead and put your hands flat on the ground. And then try to grab your ankles or your toes with your hands. Let your shoulders and your head hang heavy. You can keep a bend in that knee. And then try to shift the weight forward towards your toes a little bit more. And then place your hands back down on the ground. We're going to come to a lateral lunge. So come up on your right toe, and then you're going to come up to a lunge on that right side. So from here, my left hip is internally rotated, right? You can see that by my foot. Now what I want you to do is externally rotate that. So pull your pinky back, keep a bend in the knee, right? You can feel my hip or hear it pop right there. So keep a nice bend in the knee there, and then keep your right hand on the ground, pushing into that right knee, and then you're gonna lift your left arm up. So from this position, pull that left shoulder back, keep actively pushing into that right knee with your right elbow, and then set that left hand down. Go ahead and lift those hips up high, and then we're gonna go to the other side. So come up on that left toe, sit down on towards that left ankle, and then remember, externally rotate that right hip. You can keep a nice bend in the knee, that's fine. Left hand is on the ground, pushing into that left knee, and then right arm reaches. Looking up towards that right hand. Keep externally rotating that hip, pushing into that left knee with your elbow. All right, both hands back down on the ground. Go ahead and lift those hips up high, and then face back towards the front where you were, both hands inside that left foot. Left foot comes back, we're back to our high plank, and then go ahead and lower all the way down. Let's warm up our chest and shoulders here a little bit. So we'll go to our scorpion position. Let's go ahead and start on the right side. So right arm is gonna go out. Let's try it at a goalpost position. So you're at a 90-degree. Left hand is underneath your left shoulder. Right ear comes to the ground, and then left leg is gonna come up and over. You're looking to get into that right chest, right pec. You might be able to set that left foot down. That's not happening for me. But if your hip can open, pull that left knee back, getting into the front of that left hip. All right, come back to center. Let's go the other way. Left arm out, right hand underneath your right shoulder. Left ear is on the ground, and then right leg comes up and over. Keep pushing into that right hand. Get a little more weight on that left shoulder. And then go ahead and roll back to center. Tuck your toes. Get your hands underneath your shoulders so you're kind of in a hovered position there. And then push up to a high plank. Bend your knees and go ahead and walk back to a ragdoll position. So feet are going to be in your power position right underneath your hips. Nice big bend in your knees. And then grab opposite elbows with your hands. Let your head and your shoulders and your neck hang heavy. And then go ahead and sway it left to right. Maintaining contact between your chest and your quads. And then go ahead and let your hands go long. And then still keeping that nice bend in the knee. Slowly roll up to stand, thinking your head coming up last. All right. Okay, y'all, so that's a little morning mobility magic. I don't know, that probably took us, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm not sure. But let's move on to the next part of what we're going to do today. So we got a little weightlifting and some core work up front. So equipment options that would work, really well. And they're, hopefully things that you have around your house. Of course, dumbbells, those are pretty easy go-tos. So if you have those are fine. A backpack will work really well, right? So you can throw stuff in there to give it some weight, right? Another option that would work really well, that one actually probably won't work great, is a band, right? If you have a band today, that could also work for our movements. So yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so the workout is in the chat box, but let me explain it and let's go through the movements so we make sure we all know what we're doing here. But the title there is every 2 minutes on the 2 minutes, right? So we'll set the clock, 3, 2, 1, go. You just need to get through this series of movements one time, and then the rest of that 2-minute window is rest, right? So it's going to be 40 reps, and then you got some rest time, okay? So the first one is bicep curls. So you could use, your broomstick or something like that also would work. right? I'm going to demonstrate with the backpack. For that bicep curl, looking to stand nice and tall, right? That means you don't want to be hunched over anything. We're nice straight line. We're going to keep our elbows in, and then we're just going to curl our weight up, okay? You can also kneel, right? If you want to go to this position right here, but more muscles are going to be working if you're standing, including your core. Okay, so that's our bicep curls. Our next is a thruster. I think we did these last class maybe. But you're gonna have that weight in the front rack, full squat to overhead. So go ahead and try a couple of those. Sweet, yep. Push that weight up overhead as you start to stand. That's great. All right, and then our next one is a tricep extension, right? So you could use like if you don't have a dumbbell, you know, a jug or a books would work really well for this. I'm gonna do this kneeling, but you could do this standing also, but I just want you to be able to see it, right? So you got one object, right? You could hold it kind of like this, so you're cradling it. As you come back, we want to keep our elbows in tight, so that's where our pivot point is. It's going to come back, and then we're going to come up to a full extension there. Okay, so go ahead and try a couple of those. You could do the same thing with your backpack. You might be able to use the handle, you know, that you usually use it to hang with, right? All the way down, all the way up. Really looking to get that full extension, because even if, you know, you're like, well, the weight doesn't feel super heavy, just make sure you get that full extension at the top, and you'll still get a good workout there. All right, and then our last one is V-up. So go ahead and lay down, face up. Just try a couple of these and talk about modifications. Right, so V-up, you're looking to touch your fingertips to your toes, both feet at the same time. You could modify it to one at a time, right? Or you could also modify to a lemon squeezer, right? So try a couple of those, see how they're feeling this morning. Awesome. Good. All right. So we'll start the clock every 2 minutes, right? You only go through it one time. So you do one set of 10 bicep curls, one set of 10 thrusters, one set of 10 tricep extensions, one set of 10 V-ups, and then rest until that next 2 minute mark, okay? But by the end, we will do 50, right? Because we're gonna do 5 rounds here. Okay. Give me a moment to get my things set up, and then we'll go. So about 30 seconds here. And remember, quality of movement, right, is always top priority versus the quantity, okay? All right, gonna start with those 10 bicep curls. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Keep those elbows in nice and tight. Core is tight, right? We're not using our hips. We're not using momentum. Using our biceps. Good work, y'all. Once you're done with those, you've got 10 thrusters. So still using that same weighted implement. Front rack, full squat, press overhead. 10 reps there. Keep pushing those knees out. Get that full squat. Then for those tricep extensions, you just want one item for 10. 10 V-ups to finish it up. Nice job, y'all. Yep, once you're done with those 10 V-ups, rest. Shake it out. We'll be back to that round 2. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Bicep curls. If your weight's feeling really heavy, which I have the luxury of switching weights, but you can always alternate, right? Do 5 each side. Onto those thrusters next. Nice job, y'all. Keep it up. There you go. Yep, elbows in tight on those tricep extensions. Good job. Finish with that core movement. Nice job, y'all. You're almost there. Well, those are getting hard already. All right, y'all. We're on to round 3 here. Back to those bicep curls. 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Elbows in nice and tight. We're on round 3 here. Keep those shoulders stacked over your hips. No forward movement. Core remains tight. Onto those thrusters. Press that weight up overhead. Biceps by the ears. Nice job, y'all. Way to collect those reps. Stronger every one. Finish the round with that midline. Nice job, y'all. Way to work. Keep it up. You got this. "30 seconds. All right, we're over halfway done. 2 more rounds. On to round 4 this time. 10 seconds. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Bicep curls. Those elbows in tight. Nice job, y'all. And right to those thrusters. Keep all four corners of your feet flat on the ground. Pushing those knees out. Keeping the chest up. Good job. Good job, team. Then next you're onto those extensions. You get that full lockout. You got it. Try to pay attention that your left and right arm are giving you the same amount of power. You don't want one side, dominating there. You want equal. Finishing round 4 here, y'all. We're almost done. Nice job, y'all. Finish it up, then rest. Yeah. Grip's getting tired from all that weightlifting. Good job, y'all. All right, 5th and final round, 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Last time here. This is it. Work to keep that midline tight. Shoulders over your hips. Onto those thrusters. Keep it up, y'all. We're almost there. Tricep extensions. Oh, yeah. Stronger every rep. Keep it up. Last set of midline. Almost there. Nice job, y'all. You got 30 seconds to finish it up. Still got time. Get all those reps in. Nice job, y'all. Finish those up. Still got about 10 more seconds. If you're not done, you got time. All right, y'all, go ahead and rest. If you're not already, grab a sip of water. And here in a sec, I'll drop in the chat box what our last little bit of work is today. Okay. Okay. So get listening, because there is a little bit of flow to this workout, and I don't want you having to do any extra work. Okay. I also think we have a new movement, the push press. I think we worked the jerk, but I don't know that we've spent any time on the push press or not. So use that same weighted implement that you were just using, whether that's your backpack or dumbbells. This stick will work really well for this workout also. I think that's probably what I'm going to use today. So get whatever weighted implement you want and go ahead and stand up. Okay, so the push press is getting weight up overhead, but you get to use your hips, right? So hold the weight in your front rack, whether that's your backpack or dumbbells or stick, whatever. And then keep your core tight. And then the first thing I want you to do is just dip down a little bit. So bend your knees a little bit, shoulders stay over top of our hips, right? And then go ahead and stand back up. Let's do that again. Dip and stand, right? So we don't want to do this. That's a common fault, right? Because I want my shoulders over my hips. Okay, one more time. Dip and stand. Okay, so now we're going to go overhead, right? So watch me this first rep. Dip, press overhead. Biceps by the ears. Then come back down. Dip, press. So go ahead and try 4 of those, 4 push press. See how those feel. Dip and punch the weight up overhead. Good. Feet stay flat on the ground the whole time. All right, y'all, when you hold that weight, get your elbows in front, right? We don't want our elbows behind the bar or the weight or the backpack or whatever. Get them in front there. Okay, so we got 3 rounds. You'll start with 4 push press there. Next, we're on to a front squat. We just did a bunch of thrusters. A front squat, you're just holding the weight in the front. You don't have to go overhead, okay? So I'll demo it, but you don't need to do it. Front squat, right? We're here, just down and up, right? The weight doesn't move. Your body moves, but the weight doesn't. And then next, deadlift. So let's try that one. Go ahead and stand, whatever your weight is that you're using today. If you're doing a backpack, you might want to stand outside of it, right? But everyone else, you could do that with dumbbells too. But everyone else, if you're using a stick, get your feet close, right? And a deadlift, all I'm going to do is pick something up off the ground, right? My back is going to be nice and flat. My shoulders are higher than my hips, and I'm just coming up to stand. Elbows stay long, come back down. Okay, so go ahead and try 5 of those deadlifts there. Really should be using the back of your body in a deadlift. So stay in the heels there to make that happen. Okay, so you got 3 rounds. What was it? 4 push press, 5 front squat, 6 deadlifts. So you go through that sequence 3 times. Sorry, y'all, I'm very thirsty. All right, and then next we have 20 lunges. So you could use your weight or your stick, or you could do unweighted. You can put it on your back, hold it in the front. I'm gonna go on my back, and then you can either step back, right? So that would be 2, 3, or you could step forward, either one. Go ahead and try a few of those. Good, so when you do those, shoulders over your hips, right? It's rare that we would be in a movement where we don't want our shoulders in line with our hips, so keep that in mind. So you'll do 20 of those, and then once you get done with that, you're gonna do 3 more rounds, 4 push press, 5 front squats, 6 deadlifts, and then 1 more set of 20 lunges, and we're out of here, okay? Time cap, I'm not sure how long this will take. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we could probably get it done in 10 minutes. So how about we give us a little 2-minute, no, let's do a 1-minute buffer. We'll go 11-minute cap. How about that? So we'll see how far we can get in that 11 minutes. Maybe we get all the way through it and we're hanging out and chilling at minute 9. Who knows? Okay, get your music bumping, and we'll start here in about 30 seconds, and we'll start with those 4 push press. All right, let's do this. Happy Friday, 10 seconds. Start with those 4 push press. Whatever weighted implement you're using there. 3, 2, 1, go. Dip and punch for 4. Dip with those flat feet, biceps by the ears. Then 5 front squats. Elbows up and in front of the weight there. Keep your chest up. And then you got 6 deadlifts. So bring your weight to the ground or your stick to your mid shin, coming up to stand. Think about those hips and shoulders rising at the same time. You're going for 6 reps. And then you're on to round 2, push press. Good work, y'all. Just keep moving. Nice job, y'all. Way to move. So good. Go through that sequence 3 times, then you're on to your lunges. Dip and punch. Squeeze the quads, squeeze the glutes at the top. Nice job, y'all. Finish that 3rd round. Come on. If you're done with that 3rd round, onto those 20 lunges. Again, shoulders stay over top of those hips. Tap that back knee. If you feel like you're falling over, you can always step a little bit wider, right? Keep that front heel flat on the ground. 10 each side here. Keep that chest up. Yeah, we're gonna be done way before 10 minutes. We're going like a 6-minute pace here. Keep it up, y'all. Then you got 3 more rounds. Good job, y'all. Way to move. Get this Friday lunch hour started out right. Nice job, y'all. Way to tick through it. Closer every rep. Keep thinking about that form. All the little verbal cues that you can make adjustments on. Nice job, Tim. We're not even 4 minutes in. You're doing great. There you go. Way to keep moving. Get done with that 3rd round. You're on to your final set of lunges. Step forward or back. There you go. Way to move. Nice job, y'all. You're almost there. About 5 minutes in. Nice, Gingy. You flew through it. Good work, y'all. All right, we're going to go an 8-minute cap here. So you got 3 minutes. Get as far as you can. Nice job, y'all. Way to work those lunges. Nice, Emma. Get those shoulders over top of your hips. There you go. Pull your shoulders back a little bit. Heck yeah. All right, 2 more minutes. If you're still working, keep going. You got time. Jackson, no Creston today? No. Oh, look at that cute pup. 2 cute pups. Oh, so sweet. All right, y'all, about 90 more seconds. If you're not done, keep working. You got time. All right, well, everyone on screen is done. So let's go ahead and do a 7-minute cap here. So we got 20 more seconds to work. 20 more seconds. If you're not done, use that time. Finish it up. Get as far as you can. 10 more seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Time. Nice job, y'all. That wasn't super taxing, which was nice compared to the workout earlier in the week that I thought was very exhausting. So it was a nice mix up of a workout. So